want your cooking experience to be meditative, because cooking is a ritual and we love rituals, and it helps us relax and keeps us happy and keeps us calm.
Although this was a large space, it was a challenge to design this kitchen with enough storage.
It's a fact. If you surround yourself with clutter, it increases your cortisol levels, which are your stress levels. And even if you think you can ignore the massive chaos around you, your brain can, and that creates even further stress. One area that I think is really neglected a lot for storage is under the island. A lot of people forget about this little precious area. So what we did was, because the island is so big, is we had it, voila, lots of storage.
For things you rarely use.
Yes, these are like for trays and things for pâtés and entertaining. And yeah, stuff that we really don't use. And the bar stools are right here, so it's perfect.
What I love about this kitchen and storage is that instead of doors, we design it with drawers. Why? Because you can see the full content of what's inside. And it avoids you to kneel and to bend with people like me that have a back problem.
There you go. Here are the corner pullouts, which I know, Santi, you love. I am so not into them. My love affair with them is over.
I think they're still useful. I mean, if you wouldn't have that, what would you do in that corner?
I don't care, because it's such a dead space, and it's just annoying to pull things out, things fall, and I would have rather just had one cabinet here
and lose
that space. I really would have. I guess it's personal. I mean, I know you love them. I think
they're practical.
Okay.
Kitchens hold such good memories. I remember my father choosing one of our 7 brothers and sisters to be the cook of the day on Sundays. And he started making a contest, which we graded everything about it, the menu, the decor of the table.
Very formal.
On table, that. It was beautiful. And that contest became so famous within my family that then cousins and aunts started coming to the same contest.
Wait, Santi, can you tell us how many cousins and aunts you have?
Really? 48 cousins, and I have about 20 uncles and aunts.
I think cabinet pulls are really an important part of storage, because they can make or break how frustrated you get in the kitchen. And try to get cabinet pulls that use recycled materials. Believe it or not, a lot of high-end and not so high-end companies use recycled metals. So that's always great to know that you're doing things that are helping the environment. And of course, you can always go vintage. Santi and I love vintage, and we love recycled things.
Let's share one of the secrets that we found in this house when we started demolition. Let's go downstairs.
Into the basement.
Many historic homes like Green Hill have cozy nooks under the stairs called root cellars. It's where families stored jars of summer fruits and veggies to last throughout the winter. It was really such a fun surprise to find it in the estate.
Think about your path and flow in your kitchen of the things that you use a lot, because you want your cooking experience to be meditative, because cooking is a ritual and we love rituals, and it helps us relax and keeps us happy and keeps us calm. So you want your things that you need that are close to you.
We keep everything handy at home, so it's easy to cook and you concentrate on the happiness that it produces and not struggling to find anything.
One of my happiest moments happened right here in this kitchen. One of my daughters got married here, and we had about 25 people, and we cooked and prepared a beautiful meal for everyone right here. It was like we blessed this kitchen.
But there are going to be many, many other moments where you're going to be enjoying the kitchen.
Yes.
I heard there is the first grandkid coming.
There is. Woo, woo, woo.
The kitchen initially had this drawer destined for knives.
Yep.
But Deborah and her family decided that they prefer to have the knife right over here handy, and we converted the drawer into this spice drawer.
Yeah, because I mean, we have our own very specific set of knives that we like to use, and they just don't fit into the standard size. So that's something that I think you really need to think about.
But Deborah, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
all I see that you eat is carrots and lettuce and tomato. And
no.
So what do you use all these spices
I
for?
use all those spices because I don't eat any meat. So everything I use has very interesting spices, Santi, and very
She
delicious.
munches and eats all day long.
I do, I eat all day. Even though this kitchen is large, we didn't put an official pantry in here because we would have lost an entire row of cabinets, and I didn't want to give that up. So what we did was we created a pantry-ish area here, which is filling up slowly with all of our weird food, as Santi says. And
She says she's gonna have enough storage, so here we go.
and over here, which I'm not going to open because it's a mess.
Okay.
And when we came to this house, the first time I saw this house and fell in love with it, I knew that I wanted the kitchen to be in this spot. It wasn't. It was on the other side of the house.
Completely separate and isolated.
Completely, because that's how they did it 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Kitchens meant nothing. It was just where people cooked, and that's it. This was probably what, a formal living room, we said.
The entire room was a
Yeah,
formal living room.
entire room. So we knew we wanted the kitchen here, and then of course this is the family room, living room area. What was great about this was Santi and I both had this idea of just the same woodwork throughout this entire space, just cocooning the entire area.
So the cabinetry of the kitchen kept going and evolving throughout the room, and it's exactly the same details, the same finishes, but it just like grabs and hugs the entire room.
And what's great about it is we added extra storage.
Storage.
Storage under the bench seats.
Can you show or?
Yes, see? And we keep things here. Leah has her knitting materials, but we keep things here, kitchen stuff, whatever. So every nook and cranny was used for storage. Every nook and cranny.
Do you have enough storage here?
Yes.
Struggling in the kitchen to find things really stress you, and that's called?
Decision fatigue.
Fatigue.
It has an actual term.
Yeah, because you'll be fighting against your own self because you can't find things in the chaos that you've created in your kitchen.
You are more likely to eat what you see. Research has shown that people who have healthy food nearby on their counter weigh less than ones who don't. So in this big bowl here, we usually keep a lot of fruits and healthy snacks.
So no chocolate, no chips, boring kitchen.
Very boring.
In kitchens, we usually design them with storage for small appliances. So the
Garages.
typical
They're called garages.
garage to store them. But in this kitchen, we had a big window, the refrigerator, the cooktop. We didn't have much space besides here. And if we would have done it, it would have break the flow of the entire kitchen.
Yeah, the garage would have been like very bulky, and I just didn't like it at all.
And Deborah decided to buy light appliances,
Yes.
which are beautiful.
Thank you.
They kind of like be a little bit more understated.
Yes.
But I still think there are too many of them all together. I would
So
spread them a little
opinionated.
bit more
So
towards the kitchen.
opinionated. I know you would have liked to have spread them apart like 2 and 2, which I do agree. Aesthetically, it probably looks better, but you know what? It's more about the function of this kitchen. And when we talk about
Well, practicality
Yeah.
comes before the aesthetics.
Yeah.
We know that.
Santi, we can both agree that we love hanging pot racks, and this island really was like, wow, the perfect spot to place a huge hanging
Yeah,
pot rack.
but in this case, we had that gorgeous view and it would block it. So it was a good thing not to do it, even if we love it.
I know.
And instead of the rack, look what she found.
I found this piece in Europe on a vintage site, and it's a Murano piece, and it's gorgeous, and I just love it. And guess what? I think it's even nicer than the pot rack. No, Santi?
Oh my God, it's
We're
just
obsessed
that one of
with
those pieces that it's like a collector's item. Yes,
And
it's
it just-
absolutely gorgeous.
It just like illuminates the island. It's beautiful.
It's a great statement.
Another thing that we could have added, but that we didn't because it was just getting a little too cluttered
Too
here.
congested.
Yeah, was a bread storage area. I think it's a really good idea. However,
More things on the countertop.
yeah, more things on the counter. And honestly, I forget that the bread is there. So
Because you eat it all the time,
we eat
so you
it all
don't
the
store
time.
it.
We go through a loaf a day. We try to stay away from as many chemicals as possible in all of our projects, especially in kitchens. And one thing we always suggest is to use glass containers for storing food, because that's the last thing you want. Don't
No
use plastic.
plastic.
No plastic at all. It's really bad, off-gassing, dangerous stuff. If you can't afford to do a kitchen in a non-toxic solid wood, then we really suggest lining the cabinets
with
with
cork
or
bamboo.
bamboo. Much safer alternative. If you have any questions or thoughts, please let us know in the comments section, and make sure to subscribe and make sure to like us.